Zach, I'm here on Hawley Avenue in West Logan. Fire Chief Scott Beckett with the Logan Fire Department was able to confirm that one person has died in this apartment fire. Brian, I'm here on US 35 North near mile marker 17, and I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a look at the scene. Around 2 a.m., dispatch said that this semi-trailer calling car parts flipped over on its side, launching the heavy metal through the top of the trailer and into the ditch below. Morning, Zach and Rachel. I'm just going to step out of the way immediately so you can get a look at the scene that remains. The powerful early morning winds have slammed this 57-foot spruce tree to the ground. Zach, I'm here on Bruno Road in Mount Nebo. You can still see smoke drifting behind me from the smoldering remains of this forest. I'm surrounded by fallen trees and scorched earth. Amanda, Michael Klein's sentencing lasted over 3 hours in Logan County Circuit Court today. After emotional impact statements were read by both one of the victims and Klein, Judge Joshua Butcher sentenced Klein to 5 years in prison. The gates are open and night 2 of the Nicholas County Fair is in full swing. There's already a ton of people here enjoying the rides and, of course, getting the deep fried Oreos and some fair food favorites. My furry friend right here is Vivaldi. She is a 4-month-old puppy who's been at the KCHA for about 2 months.
Save our Kroger! Save our Kroger!
For the residents of Gasaway and nearby Braxton County towns, this Kroger is more than just a grocery store.
And you go in here, you see a whole lot of people that you know, and it's a place to, you stand and talk to your neighbors, So that's why we like it for what it is.
The Gasaway Kroger employs about 60 people, but it's closing its doors soon. And while those employees have been offered jobs at other locations, the next closest store is 45 minutes away. A longer daily commute that's not ideal for everybody.
I can't. I lost my dad. I have my mom and she has cancer, so I have to take care of her. I got kids, and I just can't do that.
Doug Hamrick is only 3.5 years away from retirement and has spent over 4 decades working at Kroger. Now he's going to have to make that long drive so he doesn't lose his benefits.
Well, a lot of us have over 20 years. I have 44 years, and I've got 3.5 years for retirement, so I need to make the drive. A lot have to quit because they can't afford it. They don't have good transportation, so they're just up there. They'll have to find new jobs.
Kroger is one of only 2 major grocery stores in Braxton County, and with the impending closure, residents say it will be difficult to get the basic necessities.
Well, let's see, we've got Buchanan, we got Bridgeport, or we got Elkview. Now, Elkview's 50 miles down the road, Buchanan's 40 miles, Bridgeport's 60. So where do we go,
More than 1,700 employees and community members signed a petition and turned it over to management, demanding that the store remain open.
Workers united will never be divided!
A negative economic impact for this small town, and a loss for many who come to the local Kroger for a connection to the community.
There's people that come just to visit. They may not buy anything, just to walk around and visit. And this is a community center. It's a good place for people to be, a safe place for people to be, and they gather here.
Hoping for a change of heart, but if not, the store will be closing on August 22nd. Reporting in Gasaway, Blake DeJarnatt, 13 News. Anytime there's a reported overdose in Boone County, the quick response team springs into action, going to victims' homes and offering them transportation to treatment clinics and helping them get back on their feet. The United States government shutdown delayed funding to programs like the QRT, and last Wednesday, the team was told they had to go home.
From a director point, it was hard to tell my team that we weren't getting paid anymore last week. Unfortunately, it was just last Wednesday, and the team went home midday when everything became official.
But this team of dedicated workers who have saved hundreds of lives didn't let that deter them. Their work is far too important to simply give up on over a paycheck.
As soon as it happened, emotions were high, but every one of them pretty much said that if I needed them for any kind of transport to treatment, for anything, that they would come in and do it for free. The way that our program runs, in the last week, we have transported 5 to treatment. So if we weren't around to do that, would they have went?
The Boone County Commission stepped up and allocated a $31,000 loan to keep the QRT operating and their employees paid as the government shutdown continues.
For us, it was a no-brainer because, we've got the money that we can use to pay their salaries and allow them to keep doing what they do best while they wait for this federal funding in the wake of the government shutdown. It's very poetic that we can help them in their time of need, because their whole foundation of their work is helping others in their times of need.
The QRT fights every day to save lives and end the stigma that surrounds drug addiction. With the Boone County Commission support, that fight becomes a whole lot easier.
Our job is easier when you know you have a support system. And last night at that commission meeting was definitely proof that we have a support system and people believe in what we do.
Reporting from Danville, Blake DeJarnatt, 13 News. Seth Skiles doesn't teach music from a textbook. He teaches through experiences.
I work hard to provide my kids experiences in and out of my classroom that they will never forget and that they may have never had before and may never have again.
Bringing passion and energy into the classroom and creating the Rock Branch Choir program, Skiles brings even the most reserved children out of their shell.
You know, I'm a music teacher, but I do a lot that's not musical. Public speaking, leadership, teamwork, and to see those kind of life skills come out of my subject area, I love that.
Just ask Amanda Gollahue, a Rock Branch parent who said Skiles has changed her daughter's life.
Since Mr. Skiles has been a presence in especially my daughter's life, I have seen her go through a complete transformation of spirit, of confidence, of personality.
If your child is lucky enough to be in Mr. Skiles' music class or choir program this year, rest easy knowing he's going to give them his all.
During their time with me, I'm going to ensure that they are given every opportunity and every tool in their tool bag to be able to be successful.
The winner of the West Virginia Teacher of the Year Award will be announced on September 10th. But even if Skiles doesn't win, he said he's proud to put the arts on a higher stage.
I felt very honored and shocked that I would be considered a state contender for the State Teacher of the Year, being a music teacher. I felt very humble about that, very honored, and it gave me hope that what I teach is valued in West Virginia.
Reporting from Poca, Blake DeJarnatt, 13 News. Brooks Potter started swinging a club at 2 years old, following in his older brother's footsteps.
It was kind of like the same blueprint with Brooks as it was with Mad Dog, that he just had a really good swing at a young age, and it just took off from there.
Now Brooks is reading the greens like a pro and thinking like one too.
Let's go try and start it up in here and just try and stop it up in here and just let it die down to the hole.
The Potter family recently launched the Maddox Potter Foundation, supporting youth golf, cancer research, and families walking the same heartbreaking path they did.
We're really looking forward to helping as many families as we can going through cancer treatment, because it is tough, it's life-changing. I mean, when you get that news that your kid has cancer, it's like the rug's pulled right out from under you, your whole world stops and changes.
Davey reached out to Under Armour ahead of this summer's Junior Nationals, not asking for much, just a way to honor Maddox's memory. But what came next left him speechless.
It's really meaningful to have this tournament dedicated to him, and it's a tournament that it was really his last big tournament that he played in.
Some kids may feel a lot of pressure, competing at such a high level and in his brother's name. But for Brooks Potter, it's just more motivation.
It was I was shocked, but I was now I gotta win it. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm just gonna go try and compete with all the players that are up there.
When Brooks takes the links in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, competing against some of the best young golfers in the country, he knows he'll have his brother Maddox cheering him on from above. Reporting from Charleston, Blake DeJarnatt, 13 News.